Caring for reptiles can be tricky. There's so much room for error when considering all the needs that reptiles require to thrive. What if one smart device could automate everything and eliminate your worries when it comes to their care? I put the Reptile Vita RT01 on my Fijian banded iguana's enclosure to find out if it will be the future of reptile keeping and the solution to all of our problems. Whether you are brand new to the hobby or you're a seasoned veteran when it comes to reptiles, it's undeniable that they have many needs that must be met in order for them to thrive. Temperatures, humidity, misting frequency, UVB, and light cycles are just a few of the different parameters that must be considered for your pets. Unfortunately, all of these parameters vary from species to species and adds complexity to your pet care because most of us are gone throughout the day. We have jobs. We need to pay for these reptiles. We can't be misting throughout the day or turning on and off humidifiers to make sure the humidity is perfect. What if we're away on vacation for a few days? We're not there to turn off the lights for our animals. We're going to be able to explore all of the different parameters and how you can automate it with the help of today's sponsor, Reptile Vita, and their brand new product, the RT01, and we'll find out whether it'll take the guesswork out of setting your parameters, allowing you more time to spend with your pets. So let's get into my first impressions and an unboxing. Everybody, shh. I'll give you a second to bring back down your volume. And we're greeted by the beautiful Reptile Vita itself. It is a very slick looking unit. It features a little mounting bracket that I had previously removed, as well as a kickstand. There's a little scrolling dial and a couple buttons on the front to switch between the modes and go back. We're just going to put that off to the side and move on to the rest of the box. First, we are greeted by a USB-C to a USB power cable. It's a nice and long cable, so you'll be able to plug it in behind your enclosure, pretty much no matter the size of the enclosure you're hooking up to. Then we move on to the sensor. This is kind of the brains of the operation. This is what reads the temperature, the humidity, and sends that information back to the unit. I gotta say, the front finish on these sensors and the little outlets themselves are pretty solid. There is a mounting bracket at the back there, so you can adhere that to somewhere in the tank, and the sensor magnetizes to it. Next up here, we have the illumination plug, and this is basically the thing that will control your lighting in the vivarium. That's not the UV lighting. This is just for like plant growth and LEDs. And then we also have the temperature control. So this will be the main plug that plugs into your heat lamp and will turn on and off based on the temperature that that sensor is reading. I really do enjoy the little green decals at the top that kind of tell you what is what, and the front texture on these plugs and the sensor is gorgeous. I've plugged in the unit. Now we are going to start it for the very first time. And this is the screen that you're greeted with once it powers on. Immediately I hopped into the settings and setting the date and time and whatnot, but my first impressions are good. This thing has a pretty good screen, and I'm very excited to get it set up on the iguana. So let's do that right now. Installation was a breeze. All you had to do is simply plug in the outlets and it automatically connected. No messing with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or anything. It was just perfect. Now we have it all installed, and the sensor is under the basking spot just to see what temperatures it would be reading. Now that I've been running it for a few days, it's time to talk about a few of the different features of the Reptile Vita. I love that the real-time monitoring of the temperatures and humidity is actually accurate. I ended up measuring the temps with my temp gun, reading 35, and the unit was reading 35. So it is very accurate with both humidity and temperature. And the fact that it can put that to actually changing the parameters in your tank through the various different avenues of ventilation or turning on and off your humidifier is crucial. The Reptile Vita is equipped with two modes, a custom mode for us seasoned herpetoculturalists out there, and a default mode, which offers 20 different species that have been pre-calibrated into the unit and will control the temperatures as per their needs. The beauty of being able to select what animal you're keeping in the tank means that it replicates the natural 24-hour cycle of that species. It takes the wild parameters and replicates them within your enclosure. This unit is very simple and it is quite powerful. You can customize different times to turn up and down the basking temperatures. You can turn on various different humidities. It is pretty much endlessly customizable in those custom modes, and that is definitely what I had the most fun doing, is messing with the temperatures and the humidity values. The all-in-one control center comes with controls for humidity, temperature, illumination, misting, and UVB separate controls. So you can have your UV turn on at different times than your general LEDs, etc. in the tank. tank.
So what is my verdict on the Reptile Vita RT01, the unit that you guys see in front of you here, and a unit that I've been running on Tytula's tank for the past couple days, and I have to say it worked incredibly. Everything was responsive, the sensor hooked up no problem, there was no crazy headache trying to connect a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all that. You turn on the sensor, you activate the screen, and it just works. That is really, really nice. It's been very nice for Tytula to have his heating lamp turn on and off based on the temperature in the enclosure. Before the RT01, it was just on a dimming switch, meaning that it just stayed on constantly at a lower power output. So it constantly heated up in the tank over the course of the day and then will cool down at night. Whereas this modulates the temperature and turns on and off the heat lamp based on the temperature and the location where you put the sensor inside. Unfortunately, the system that you see here is just a test unit, so I can't have it running long-term on Tytula's tank, but when I am able to keep one of these guys, I will definitely be setting up the ventilation, the automatic misting, and all the other features that this system offers.
Until that time comes, I'm stuck hand misting him and his enclosure.
I truly think it is a valuable product for a tank like you see behind me, a kind of one-off display type enclosure that you just don't really want to think about. You want to set it and forget it. The peace of mind of knowing that your reptile is going to be in perfect parameters the entire time is wonderful. And for a tank like Tytula's, kind of a one-off outside of the reptile room means that we don't have to think about all of the different misting and watering and humidity and temperatures. We just set it in the RT01 and it works. It really allows us to free up our mental space and worrying when it comes to Tytula, and it lets us focus on him, enjoying the beauty that is the Fijian banded iguana, because I'm sorry to you Americans, but they are the best iguana, and I say that in every video I make about them, and I firmly believe that that is true. I think Adam could back me up on that one. That being said, I am very excited to see where this product goes in the future iterations, whether they change stuff, whether they don't. I'm just excited to see how this product goes, and I'm excited to say that this product is finally launched. I actually received a pre-production model and will hopefully be getting my full production model here coming soon. And when that time comes, we'll be setting up all the various functionalities of the RT01, being the humidifier, the misting, as well as a ventilation fan so that the air can be circulating within his tank without us having to manually do it. Again, freeing up that mental space. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to learn more information about the Reptile Vita RT01, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to go check out. That will show you all the different features and everything that I might not have covered in this video. And it is an affiliate link, so if you decide to go through with the purchase of a starter kit or the all-in-one control kit, which you see here, then you help out the channel as well. So if you guys have enjoyed this video and you want to see more reptile videos in the future, product reviews, reptile room tours obviously, and more of Tytula, of course, make sure you click that like button as well as subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave them in the comment section down below. You guys know that I answer every single comment. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have about this unit. So that's going to do it for me today. We'll catch you very, very soon. Later.
And for those of you that made it to the very end, I'm going to leave the full-length clips of crispy 4K Tytula for you all to enjoy. Catch you in the next one.